So I get a comment a couple weeks ago, have you heard of Zen Cleanz? Gets the mucoid plaque out in 1 day. I'm like, okay, not a scam at all. So I look into it and I'm reading the testimonials. They sound pretty good. So I went onto YouTube, see if I could see some reviews, and I'm seeing like these juice fasters who have done like long-term John Rose style juice fasts, not getting much results. They do this cleanse and just purge demons out of their body. Not that I'm gullible in any way and have been fooled before into drinking turpentine or eating raw meat. I immediately ordered the cleanse. Fast forward a couple weeks, you have no idea the life changes. What came out of me should never have been there, but it was, and I have proof. We talk.
I am a vegan, you are a loser.
Let me summarize my life and put things into perspective for you if you don't know who I am. I had ulcerative colitis and I thought I healed it on this fruit-based diet and things were pretty good. I got off all medication, but still had cramps and bloating and things have never been right. And it's been like a 9-year journey on YouTube, sharing all the different things I'm trying, going back and forth, flip-flopping on different diets from vegan to carnivore, fasting, juice fasting. So picture me doing like 10 years off and on fruit-based raw till 4, thinking I'm detoxing, and then like going deeper into 21-day water fasts, 90-day juice fast, and I'm still not removing this plaque. I'm still having digestive issues. I'm bloated. Every time I eat, I'm gassy, this sulfur, nasty gas. Fast forward 1 day later. You would not believe what came out of me. Now, there's going to be some graphic content today. I will warn you right before it's about to happen, and maybe you have a chance to run to avoid it, but don't eat during this video. Now is the time to start intermittent fasting if you've ever thought of it. So first, before we get into all that, if you want to try this cleanse, I just signed up for their affiliate program. You click my link, so I get a cut. I brought it to you. You just throw it back. Click that link. There might be a discount. I doubt it. Whatever. Just help me help you. So I get this package in the mail, the Zen Cleanz ONE, and it's their best seller because this thing claims to be able to remove mucoid plaque in 1 day. And so like it's just this mix of super powerful enzymes. Like all those 10 packets and the 3 liquids are all enzymes. So basically you consume nothing but what's ever in this box for the day. And it's every hour you're making one of these drinks. You mix these enzymes and warm water together. You drink it down. The funny thing is, I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos on people drinking this stuff and they were like gagging. They were like, oh my God, what is this? Oh, I don't know if I can do this. I'm just in heaven here. I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. It's delicious. What the heck are y'all talking about? You were like struggling on it. I'm like, it's a fruity powder. What are you used to eating that's so like much better than that? It's a sweet powder and it's nice. So from 9 a.m. every hour you're making this drink and every half hour you're drinking warm water. So you got to stay at home for this one. Just set your alarm. I set like 15 alarms to ring every half hour. It wasn't bad. I would totally do it again. Fantastic. You get used to it. Just okay, time for a drink. You go up, boom. Can't be too hot, can't be too cool. Just got to be nice. Finger touch it. Now, before we get into the graphic things that are at least 25,000 years old that came out of me, a lot of people don't believe in mucoid plaque. They think it's not real, and there's a lot of herbal cleanses on the market claiming to get this mucoid plaque out, and the skeptics are saying that's just the herbs. They clump together in your system, and oh, whoop-de-doo, you released this thing. That was just the herbs. It wasn't in your body. It's not releasing anything. It's a scam. You got scammed. I'm gonna go eat a sandwich. That was not urine. I will prove to you very much that this was not the product, because you can see what the product looks like when it comes out of you. It's an enzyme powder. It just gels up into this psyllium husk mix, and it's a jelly. It doesn't form into monsters. So if you have tiny little monsters, tell them to leave the room right now, because I'm going to scare them worse than any Halloween creature ever could. So this was my first bowel movement, and this is clearly the enzyme product. This is what it looks like. It's like a jelly mixture. I mean, it was a drink. It's not formed. This is what it looks like. This, however, was my first piece of mucoid plaque that came out of me. This thing had two colors. It was a multicolored rainbow thing. It was like pale and then green. And it was one piece. It was sticky. It was hard. It smelled terrible. What the hell is that? Now let me just inject some common sense into your life. If you've ever played with poo, go do it tonight. Sure, it comes out in a formed log, but it breaks apart. It's not one piece. You chewed food, hopefully. You chewed it to like liquid and then swallowed it. It doesn't reform into this piece, a solid mass. This stuff was there forever, 25,000 years it was in my colon. The second piece, why was it in that shape? I don't like those shapes. It was like a sack. It was like this sack thing with two end pieces. I was like, what is that? I'm sorry for the shallow depth of field. I don't know why I tried to get all cinematic on it. It's a piece of crap. But it was like air bubbles in a sack. I did not want to open it to find what living creatures were in there. Probably some. Older than my grandfather. I don't need to know that. No, that was nothing yet. You wait to see what happens. You were thinking, oh, it looks kind of old, but not that old. You wait. This next one, I got the professional lighting out. I had to see what was going on with this thing. It was a piece. It was solid. It was weird. It was slimy. It had this rubbery texture. There was things inside of it that I didn't want to know about. So those were the three pieces that came out of me the next day. It wasn't until the day after that I did a juice fast on that day. This thing had its own area code. This piece was angry and like so complicated and interconnected. It had all these like sacks and rubbery pieces and ropes and like things attached to it. And I was like, what is that? What do you mean? That was in my body. And I'm telling you, like, I feel this pain when I'm feeling in my gut. Usually, I'm like, something's in there, man. It doesn't feel right. I have hard areas in the colon. I'm like, ouch, this sharp pain. That thing was easily the side of like an entire piece of my colon, like one side. Maybe the ascending colon or something like that. Entire thing was in there. If you're curious how I tackled this thing, I was eating one meal a day, almost carnivore at this point for 3 months. And so I did a 1-day green juice fast leading up to this Zen Cleanz. I wanted to just at least flush out yesterday's dinner possibly, but not eat too much sugar. So I did a 1-day juice fast. Then I did my Zen Cleanz. Boom. The next day was also a juice fast, but with some watermelon. And then the 4th day was a liver cleanse, their liver cleanse. I'll make a separate video on that, but I feel like that helped push out some plaque because on that liver cleanse day, this freak came out. I started to get this kind of mucus coming out. This is all like one piece. It's all sticking together. It's slime. It ain't right. It is wrong in its existence, but it was like, what is that? And then possibly the biggest release of the whole thing. This is during my liver cleanse. You can actually see one of the stones that came out after the liver cleanse. Those things might actually be real. This was all one piece too. All one freaking piece. I tried to grab it. It grabbed me back. Look at the size of this thing. This is like my entire colon or the small intestine, maybe. Like the whole thing was just ropes of hell. Satan made that himself in a workshop. I attended it once. I saw him do it. If you think you don't have this inside you right now, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I highly recommend you at least try this through my affiliate links, of course. See for yourself, because I've done so much cleansing. Like, we're talking about 10 years vegan, mostly like raw fruit based, with like many 4-day grape flush, 3-day water fast, nothing but cantaloupes for 4 days, like things like this, nothing but cantaloupes and bananas for 2 weeks. All these cleanses, orange juice fast for 6 days. breaking the orange juice with just tomatoes and cucumbers. It's like I've flushed like you wouldn't believe. And then a bunch of juice fasts, like 16-day. And then I did that 90-day one and a bunch of dry fasts. Like I have tried to clean this colon really hard. And the juice fast got some plaque out. Like I noticed some nasty things coming out, but nothing like this. Like this is so powerful. I'm blown away in one day. I thought, sounds like a gimmick. I'll try it though, because it sounds good. They're like professionals. They're Chinese medicine practitioners, and it's like fermented enzymes for 3 years, and it just sounds powerful and legit. And then what I've experienced is just it melted everything out of my gut, and I feel like incredible now. I had such a release. You have no idea the euphoria I felt after releasing that big one, the first big one that was like, what the hell monster was that? I felt so high. Like after release, I've heard many people say that. I felt it finally. I was like, what a relief. Wow, that is gone now. Like that was in me. There's no way a product, a fruity enzyme smelling product can turn into that in one day. It just doesn't happen. That got out old things in me, and it's in you too, probably. John Rose has been screaming at his top of the lungs, trying to help everybody with the juice fast, but it's not powerful enough. This is like so much stronger. I've doubted the detox because fruit isn't strong enough. I've tried all these things, the cleansing, like it's not getting the stuff out. Thank you, Zen Cleanz, for like putting in the work, and it's like, okay, this is actually what you need, these super powered enzymes, fermented, like so strong, and it tastes pretty good. They somehow made it taste good. I feel like a completely different person. It's kind of funny. My face has changed quite a bit too in like 5 days. I think a lot of it's due to like not eating salt anymore, so I'm just much less puffy. But I was just very puffy, and I had those keto eyes that were coming bad, the black darkness. Still got them a bit, but much better. And my body before and after wasn't like hugely different, because this was the day after my liver flush, and I was actually pretty bloated. It's a very bloaty little protocol, that liver flush, but it gets stuff out of you. I don't mind it. But you can just see like less, I don't know if it's less inflammation or what, but less puffiness, and the gut does feel much better. And like I tell you, I feel like a new man. After releasing that plaque, I'm like, what? It was real. And it has me questioning everything now. It's like detox is real. It's just I wasn't doing it right. That's all it was. It's like fruits and veggies are still good. It's just I wasn't strong enough. Dr. Morse himself has said that he's struggling to help people heal nowadays. He's like, the fruit just isn't powerful enough. Like I'm needing all these herbs now, and he has his own protocols, pretty effective, but he's said himself, like fruit's not enough. And I always doubted that. I'm like, it's enough. It's like, it's the same fruit, whatever. If I just do this, it'll work. It wasn't working. And now we have something that does work, and I'm proud. I feel proud to like represent these guys. You need to know about this. So if you have any digestive symptoms and you're like curious, do I have the plaque? Like just try it. It's not cheap. It is not cheap, but it's totally worth it for what it is. I've spent so much money on supplements that I don't notice a difference from. Whereas this, like it costs more than like 3 or 4 of those supplements that do nothing. But this actually like will change your life. It's that powerful. So it's like, yeah, but try it once. You spend it once and you poo it out and you will know. So now I'm left bewildered because I was on a 1 meal a day carnivore thing, and it was very easy and fun, but I was still having lots of gas and acne, and I was like, it's not really perfect, but it's easy. Now I don't know what to do. I've been vegan for 5 days. I'm doing this fruit cleanse stuff. I want to be vegan. It seems like I can eat fruit now. I'm not getting this smelly gas anymore. So it's like new areas are opening up, and it's winter now. A terrible time to be in Canada and want to be on a fruit-based diet, but here we are, suffering. I bought some stuff today. I was like, that doesn't look great. It's expensive, but whatever. We're here. We're here now, and this is the path. I don't know what really, when I was looking up, he had an article on the Zen Cleanz site. He was explaining what mucoid plaque is, and it's the sticky mucus layer that bad bacteria and parasites create to protect themselves from your immune system and like things that could kill them. So it builds up and gets all sticky. But the thing that triggered some memories was dental plaque is biofilm in the mouth. When I was on the carnivore diet, I never had more dental plaque than ever. It was building up like crazy. I was like, what the hell is this? Why is that? Now I know. Meat causes mucoid plaque in the mouth and then down below. Badly. So I'm thinking meat, dairy, cooked grains, maybe too much of that, too many mixtures. I don't know exactly what causes it, but it feels like meat did. If that dental plaque connection is true, I've witnessed it. And so I'm just saying, I've been on carnivore for 3 months and I just got out every last meat meal I made. So I'm just continuing on like a fruit-based raw vegan type thing in the winter and about to lose all my muscle. Goodbye. But hopefully I can maintain some now that I actually absorb nutrients without that plaque. So I just tried the liver cleanse as well, so I'll do a separate video on that. That was much harder for me, actually. That was a strenuous one. We'll talk about it. So thank you for watching. What do you think? Have you gotten mucoid plaque out of your body? How'd you do it? Some people get it out on a juice fast. Good for you. If you go like super powerful on the fruits, like the pineapples and the lemons, maybe you can do that, but it's also a long time and a lot of weight lost, and it's a big ordeal. Not a lot of people are going to do that, whereas this is one day, although it's many days after of pooing as well. So be prepared for that. But totally doable. I can't believe one day more powerful than a 90-day juice fast. Insane. So highly recommended. Thank you for using my link and thumbing up the video. Thumbs down if your mucoid plaque is made of cream cheese and bagels, and you prefer to keep it for the memories. Just because your childhood memories were fun eating food doesn't mean that those good memories don't turn into mucoid plaque soon. And even though there's an easy way to get rid of them, it does cost money. And it doesn't mean you can just eat McDonald's and do one of these cleanses twice a year through my affiliate links. Doesn't mean that. You should also try to be healthy the rest of the time. But it's nice to have some things that actually work. Thank you, Zen Cleanz. Wow. I'm going to leave. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you, YouTube, for not suppressing this information. I know how much you love people getting well.